Hello and welcome to Creatively Torn, a channel where I mostly do tag videos and sometimes talk about books. I'm here with the mid-year Freakout tag, because it is June now, which is the middle of the year, and this is a very popular book for the middle of the year, so I wanted to give it a go myself. And here we are. So I've got a list of 15 questions relating to the year. So let's go ahead and get started. Question 1, prompt 1, whatever, number 1. The best book you read so far in 2023. Starting off right off the bat with the best book. I think I'm going to have to go with East of Eden by Jan Steinbeck. It's one of the best books I've read so far this year, and one of my favorites ever. So if you have any doubts about reading this book, let them wash away. Go ahead and read it. You have my seal of approval. Number 2 is the best sequel you've read so far in 2023. For this one, I will go with Golden Sun by Pierce Brown, which is number 2 in the Red Rising series, which I have talked a lot about in recent videos. So far, Golden Sun is my favorite of the series. That may or may not change once I finish Iron Gold and Dark Age, but for now it stands. Number 3 is a new release you have not read yet but would like to. I'm going to go with The Book That Wouldn't Burn by Mark Lawrence. This is one that has been very popular lately since I think it's just been released. I've not read anything by Mark Lawrence yet, but once I heard the kind of synopsis for this book, it really intrigued me, so I added it to my TBR almost immediately. Do you mind? Like I said, a lot of people have read this lately and I really enjoyed it, so it's one that I definitely want to give a chance to get to. Yes. Maybe this year, maybe not, but sometime. Number 4 is your most anticipated release for the second half of 2023. For this one, I'm going to cheat and say 2 books because it's part of the trilogy. It'll be the second and third books in the Edana trilogy by Philip Chase. I've also talked about this a few times on the channel, but if you don't know what it is a fantasy series that's all being published this year. I read the first book. The second book is coming out this month. Then book 3 comes out in September. So looking forward to getting those last 2 books in the series. Number 5 is going to be a downer. Your biggest disappointment. For this one, I might have to go with Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. This is a dystopian sci-fi classic that I read in February, one that I really did not like at all. I enjoyed the themes and the ideas presented in the book, but as for the book itself, with the story and the characters and the plot, it was a huge miss for me. It was very disappointing. There are a few others I could have chosen, but I think this one's the biggest disappointment for me. Number 6 is your biggest surprise. My biggest surprise in 2023 is that I read Finnegan's Wake. Number 7 is your new favorite author. For this one, I have to go with Cormac McCarthy. I have read a good fare of new authors that I really enjoy, but I think Cormac McCarthy has got a chance to be one of my favorites. I've only read 1 book so far, but I have Blood Meridian bought on digital, so I want to get to that one. And then there's a whole lot of other ones that he's written that I want to try as well. Number 8 is your new fictional crush. We'll return again once more to the Red Rising universe. I'm going to go with Mustang from the Red Rising book or books, depending on how far you are. I don't want to spoil anything. I could also go with Victra, but I think I like Mustang a little more. I'm not sure what it is about her. Number 9 is your new favorite fictional character. For this one, I'm probably going to go with Samuel Hamilton from East of Eden. Really good character, really cool dude. Very wise old man. Is a very prominent figure in the book, so that is my choice. Number 10, the book that made you cry. Again, I have a few choices here, but I'm going to go with the Traveling Cat Chronicles by Hiro Arikawa. Definitely one of the most emotional books I've read so far this year, even though I did have a few other ones that were very strong contenders for this question. Number 11 is a book that made you happy, and I don't have any books that made me happy. I don't read happy books. Number 12 is your favorite book to movie adaptation you've seen in 2023. I think this one is a fairly easy answer once you realize that I watched Dune, the new one, this year, after having read the book, and it was pretty good. Number 13 is a favorite video I've made this year. I did quite like the opening line video I made earlier this year. I also did a reel to go along with that. But I also did like the evil cat tag I just did. You know, you can't go wrong with my quality videos. What can I say? Number 14 is the most beautiful book you have bought this year. I really have two options here. Both are very strong contenders. One is the copy of Shogun, right up there. Very nice edition, hardcover. It's got a built-in bookmark ribbon thing. Very beautiful book. The other option is Dune, over there. The hardcover special edition with the blue edges and a nice looking cover. Both of those are very nice looking books. I probably have to give the edge to Dune because of the sprayed edges. But really I could go with either of those two. And then the last question, number 15, is a book I need to read before the end of the year. I've got a few, at least for standalones. I've got The Stand, I've got Lonesome Dove, I've got Blood Meridian. I also want to get something by Dostoevsky at some point this year. I have not read anything by him yet in 2023. Then I do have a lot of series as well. One for sure that I should finish this year. Then a couple of the others that I will be starting this year but not finishing. But as for the standalones, I've got those three. So there we go. That is my mid-year Freakout tag for 2023. Very compelling video, if you ask me. But anyways, that's all I got for you. Go ahead and connect with me on the social media sites in my description and give me a subscription in the description if you want to. But anyways, that's all for now. Thank you for watching, and